all there that day. The 32s were all there that day. We had other stuff to shoot that day too, so everybody accidentally showed up early. And I don't think you know this.
No, I didn't know you guys were there.
Yeah,
You had an audience back in the theater. Yeah.
We were all there. People were walking in and out of Video Village, and the look on their faces that they were coming out with was like, you could see artistic fire had been lit.
Did you, I mean, were there different approaches to that scene, or was it, I don't even know if you've seen the finished scene actually now that I asked that question, but like, did you know your way into that scene, or are there different ways to approach a monumental, emotional moment like that?
Well, no prep for that. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of you just not just. There's no just about it. You know what I mean? It's very much like, okay, it's on now. You know, but for that particular scene on that particular day, you know, apparently the angels showed up. You know, and the angels showed up, and Jesse's a special cat. You know, and as you all witnessed, the things that are being said there are just, you know, it's the bottom belly of humanity, you know what I mean? And it's something that this kid has done, you know, since he was a boy, you know, and there are roles in which you feel implicated, and there are roles in which you feel called to do, and this is one of those, that was the moment in the script where I went, okay, let's take it there, you know, and then on the day, you know, and I'll conclude, what's written in the script, very much to your point, you know, is the script was good, you know. Was the script finished? No, and the script never is. Spoiler alert. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how dope you think your script is, it's not, bro. You know what I mean? Like not until you get your DP, you get your director, you get your actors, you get the flesh and blood that's gonna make it. And in this particular day, on this particular scene, the language that's being used is so horrific, you know. But I'll also be honest with you, it's commonplace for me. I grew up in Texas. He came from Mississippi. I've heard these things. Furthermore, my people have heard these things. You know, my granddaddy heard these things. My father heard these things. And so the stakes of the film and the stakes of the moment are through the roof in that moment for me as an artist, where I go, this is the moment. You talk all this shit. This is the moment here. You know, you got to break now. You've got to break because you are the avatar. You are the thing that represents your people, you know, and people in general, because this happens to everybody. And so in that moment, yeah, we had the script. First, the rehearsal, you know, respectful. This is what you wrote. This is what I'm saying. Boom. All right. Take two, or on the day, as we call it, it's on. I go because it starts. It's a single shot, right? It's a one shot, right?
Yeah, because we start with you looking right into the camera.
Yeah, coming out the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I come down, and the language just kind of goes away, you know, on the day, and something that we began to talk about early on in our workshops would be, you know, does Jesse have anything else to say? You know, what's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. And you get in that mirror, and the language just shifts. And what ends up coming out are things I've heard before. And there's a line about, you know, flying. That's clearly not from me. Who's that from? Well, here comes Jesse. And here comes my granddaddy. And here comes his papa. And we're all in there. We're all present. And the language comes out, and the pain happens. And then what happens, and I think this is the most important part of the scene, and it's not as dramatic, but it's the healing that happens at the end. Because you have to understand, there's two people in the scene. There's Jesse, and there's who's Jesse talking to. And Jesse's talking to Jesse. So you got two people in the scene. And he's also watching himself. And what JD did so brilliantly, this brilliant director, he came in maybe take 2, 3, and said, because we only did 4. We only did 4. I gotta check my journal. But he came out, and essentially I'll paraphrase, he said, yeah, we're not doing that though. We're not, at the end of it, I was just, woof, right? And then he comes in and goes, yeah, but then we gotta button it up, right? And then that was the scene, right? That we watched the hurt, we watched the breaking, and then we watched the healing. And Jesse is watching himself break himself and then heal himself. And so if he can do that, which is a miracle, right? He can land that fucking plane. You know what I mean? And that's the message of the scene. That's the beauty of the scene. That's what happened.